get yourself too bogged down with what everybody else is talking about, because at the end of the day, the journey that you're on is actually your own journey. So
exactly,
stay focused and true to your journey, and
absolutely
keep on the line that you're taking. So.
Absolutely. No. It's as you know me, it's an ongoing learning experience.
Well, I think that's the story of life, really. I know we go to school as kids, and we're raised in a society at school where we're taught that when we finish school and leave school that we know everything there is to know. But then as you go through life as an adult, you start to realise that that wasn't quite true, and you don't know everything, and you're like. But sometimes you come into you just go into adulthood with a closed mind, and you just assume you know everything. I mean, I suppose for adults, the biggest realization that you don't know everything is when you get married and have kids. That's when it slaps you in the face, and it's like, hello, you stopped learning.
Hi.
You left school 20 years ago, and you don't know anything now. Hello. So I think life in general should be considered an ongoing, continual learning journey.
Absolutely. I think this journey is actually, it's probably one of the best challenges I've ever had in changing my life. Like as you said, we are, it's ongoing learning about life. But I think when we look back at all the times that we've sort of moved up to a stage to change our lives, with getting a job and then getting into relationships, and there's always an ongoing moment where we do things to make that change in our life. This is one of it. This is one of those things. You either embrace it because you can see the value of it, and as we all know, the value is that it's going to change your life. And my goodness, it's just like every moment in our time or moment in our life, where every challenge we come across, it's hard work. From their first job to providing for our families, to continually trying to improve ourselves. This is one of those things, like bang, all of a sudden another step up in our personal lives. And this is what I'm finding with this one now that I'm talking about it, that it's life-changing. It demands commitment, just like every other thing that you've committed yourself to in life, in my opinion, and in what I'm seeing that's happening to me. And you're absolutely right, Sandra. And this is a new arena, and I'm happy to be here. I'm so glad to be here. It's up and down, it's very emotional. very, very emotional.
It's emotional, dude. It's emotional.
Yeah.
I'll agree with you there, Nick.
Perseverance and persistence and crying and all sorts of things has become a friend. And I talk about failures, in my videos, and how the successful people talk about falling down, getting strength to pick yourself up and keep going. But one thing I've realized is the fact that it's those who survive it, those who survive that pain, are the ones that are able to tell that story, because the majority don't live to tell the tale. Don't live to, I mean, we get all our mentors, and we all get the quotes and motivations from all our mentors to keep going and everything, but it is so real that you keep going, and you don't understand those words until you hit those walls, until you fall and find out that you really have to pick yourself up. I think one thing that's been inspiring me on this journey is, I call it the new generation, because I just want to sort of express my gratitude and admiration for all our newcomers that are coming in, and the way you guys are expressing yourselves are absolutely no different to myself, Kathleen Mackay, Sandra. back in the days, you know, we were all raw. Man, if you went back and look at Marie Santos, if you went back and looked at all of these guys that we're all looking up to, they were no different to any of us right now, any of you guys at the beginning of right now. And one thing I'd like to encourage is to it is true to just keep going. It's like climbing a mountain, you know. If you're not fit to climb the mountain, you're not going to go fast. And if you're going to try and go up a mountain very fast, you're going to blow your ass and you fall flat on your ass. But the thing is, don't stop. Just keep going. And that's been the story of my journey with this. I just hung in here and just kept going. There are days when I hit a wall and I had no idea, you know, where to go to next. But I just hung around and just did a blog here and there, you know, just kept my mind on my journey. And then all of a sudden, somebody pops in, says something amazing, and I'm like, wow, and I'm off again. So it's the inspiration in the group right now, especially this Downunder group, is awesome. It is awesome. So keep up and keep helping each other and expressing your emotions to each other. It's beautiful. It's nice. It helps each other out. And some of the worst stories, as I'm realizing now, a bad story is a good story. But really, you know, one thing I found was the girls. You girls, god damn, you girls are, I call it emotionally exposing yourselves. You know, really letting out all your emotions within our group. And I find that very inspiring because I think it's amazingly courageous that you are able to release all the stuff out there. And yet, you get your kids to school, you wake up to do your breakfast for the kids, you get the house tidy, you're rushing around to, you know, to do all your, either go to work and then come back and then do your family things all over again, you know, in the evening chores, and then onto this business. And you're tired and you're sick, and the next day you do it all over again. That's amazing. And you're telling it. You're letting it out on Facebook and wherever within the group, and that's what makes this journey real. And that's what's fantastic about our mentors, is the fact they motivate us to help each other out. But as Aussies and Kiwis, it's awesome. Sorry, man. I'm on an emotional roll here. I just want to give a congratulations to everybody. Keep it up. We've got an awesome team. And we're in good hands. Damn good hands with Sandra and Robbie and Marie Santos and each other. I'll shut up.
Well said, Nick. Well said. And I think that, you know, I think that would have touched a lot of the girls here in the group who are mums and stuff, hearing that coming from a guy's perspective. Because, you know, as girls, you know, we are girls and we sort of know that we're all going through the girly sort of stuff, and sometimes we forget that that there can be guys out there who can actually notice and realise the struggles and how hard it can be for them. So it was well said, Nick. Really well said. Totally appreciated.
It is your story of success. I can tell you right now. It's like I'm in like holy shit. I like it because I know that I'm in the right place. I'm with the right people. I'm with winners.
Yes, we're all winners, Nick.
Good. Thank you.
So, Robbie, what do you got for us?
I didn't have anything planned tonight, but I could. I have been working on a page for doing this co-op, although I just had a look at it just before and it turned out crap. So I'll show you the one I've got on my own site. Which is that there, which I'm going to recreate on the Downunder marketing site. That video is the day one video from the boot camp.
Mm-hmm.
So the idea is give them day one and let them sign up to 2 through to 7. so that way they're getting a taste of what's there, and then I basically give a rundown on what's in the rest of the videos. Actually, if I stick the link so people can have a look at it on their own computer, and if they've got any suggestions, feel free to put them forward.
So this is pretty cool. So you're recreating a similar page to the one we're looking at now for our Downunder marketing group for the Facebook co-op.
Yeah.
So then we will we'll construct an ad, a page post ad on our Downunder marketing fan page on Facebook, which will direct them through to our website to this sign up page.
Yeah.
So they've got the first video there that they can have a look at. They've got the reading material there. It gives them a lot of information, and then they can sign in at the bottom.
They can sign in there,
on the get instant access, or down below,
or up there.
And that'll go into the link rotator, and everybody who's in the Facebook co-op, that'll run through the link rotator and spit out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like a lotto ball spinning around, eh?
Yeah. Let's see, I can just pull up.
And so before we did this, anyone who was going into the co-op would need to make sure that they had their list in Aweber operational, or can you use the default one as well, Robbie?
What's that?
Just so our newer members who understand what we're talking about, if they wanted to join the Facebook advertising campaign, do they need to have Aweber and a list, or can you do it with the default system in SFM?
Well, with this one, I think you need to set up Aweber, but that's not a problem. I can talk anyone through setting up Aweber fairly quickly, or the other option is I can go through it with them and set it up so that we've got what we need.
Yep.
But yeah, I'll just so that's a link rotator setup. So what happens is we've got, if you see at the top here, we've got downundermarketing.com R5, which just stands for link rotator 5, and that's logged into the admin. But if you just forget the admin bit, it will go through, and as you can see now, it's up to this one here, and so every time it clicks, it goes to the next link. And the way I've set it up, I've numbered people 1 to 22, whoever's in it, and the A is which landing page they're going to. So it's, and I've got up to F at the moment, but that relates to our Down Under page with the, hang on, with these ads on the side here. So the different ads have a different designation. So if I click on there, it goes through to R9, and then it's just clicked through to E3E, which is someone on the rotator. So that's just basically how it works. Just so you've got an idea, but you don't have to worry about it because it's all done behind the scenes. Something I do, yeah. But I thought, well, if I show you, you might understand it.
So I might just run over this from start to finish, just so our new guys aren't completely lost as to what we're talking about. And I mean, anyone who's really new, you don't have to worry about this if you don't want to. But what Robbie and I are talking about as far as a Facebook co-op goes is, a co-op is where a group of SFM members come together and they pool their money. together. So say there was 10 who came together and they wanted to do some Facebook advertising, and they all tossed in, say, $110 each, or say $100 each. Okay, that would give the co-op $1,000 to do paid advertising with an ad on Facebook. So that's what a co-op is. So instead of each single person trying to just use $100 to do $100 worth of marketing on Facebook, or or banner ads, or wherever the co-op has decided to do the advertising, they pool the money in a group like a co-op, and so that way they have a more powerful advertising budget, and a lot of the times it can be a lot more successful than people going out and trying to do it on their own. So then as a co-op, you would have somebody in the co-op, and it doesn't necessarily have to be the people who set the co-op up like Robbie and I. You'd design an ad that's going to go, a marketing campaign that's going to go with that money. You would you set it all out in a plan. You would decide how long you want that ad campaign to be going for, like whether you want it for weeks or months or whatever. You'd work out how much your daily budget is that you want to spend on that particular ad, and then you would design your ad, and you would set up your tracking for your ad, and then the co-op would run the ad, and everybody in the co-op would benefit because of the link rotator that Robbie's been able to set up. So basically when people click on the ad and go through to the part where they can sign up for the video series with SFM, that goes through the link rotator, and we all get a fair turn, and then that person will sign up, and whatever designation the link rotator is up to, that person would sign up, and that lead would go into that member of the co-op's list in Aweber. And because you have more money pooled together as a co-op, so you have a larger spending budget, you have more power, you can generally run a better ad, you can generally reach a larger target audience, and it can be a lot more helpful. So that's what we're talking about when we're talking about a co-op and how a co-op works. So when you hear Robbie and I talking about Facebook co-op over the next few weeks, we're talking about getting this Facebook co-op set up, and where they're going to come to after they click on the ad that they see, and we're looking at Facebook advertising at the moment. That's what we're looking at for the co-op. So I hope that has explained it fairly well, so most people can understand that.
Yeah, if you have any questions, just ask.
Yep, ask away.
And yeah, if you have a look at the page and decide that you see any mistakes, or you could add a little bit to make it look better, feel free to put your thoughts forward.
Everyone's asked, do we have to come up with the ad, or are you two doing it? Well, I mean, if nobody else has any input, obviously Robbie and I will come up with the ad, but we will run it by the rest of the co-op members first, so that everyone can go over it and they can do a proofread of it to check for any spelling mistakes, any punctuation, maybe some word changes, more powerful language that could make the ad, more powerful, change of an image, any of that, So if Robbie and I just design a basic copy for an ad, we'll then run it past the rest of the members of the co-op and get their input, so that we can come up with the best ad possible. Because a lot of the times, more than one head is a lot better than just one head trying to do it. So
yeah, we have a mastermind, and you end up running a mastermind to come up with ideas. You end up with better ideas than any one person could come up with individually.
Yes, and that's the benefit of having a mastermind and you know, having more heads than one.
Yeah.
Because I mean, I don't know about any of you guys, but I've noticed that, you know, a lot of times if I write a blog and I don't have anyone to proofread it, and I think I've proofread it myself, and I go publish, and I publish that blog, and I might have gone over that blog 4 or 5 times before I've hit the publish button on my website, thinking, yep, it's all right. I've done 3 spell checks on it. I've done check here, I've checked there, and I publish it. Then, you know, 2 weeks later, I may come back to that blog and I'll just be glancing over it, and I can pick up spelling words, words that I've missed, or words I should have put in, and it's like, damn, why didn't I pick that up when I originally did it? So that's why we have a mastermind, because it's really good, because, you know, we can come up with the basic copy and a basic format for the ad, then we can run it by the mastermind, and, you know, everyone else gets a chance to look at it, and fresh eyes on it can really mean the difference between running an ad with a lot of spelling mistakes or, you know, non-powerful words, and an ad that performs really well. So yeah, if you guys want us to come up with the first draft, Robbie and I can do that,
Yeah.
and then we'll just put it to the group, and the group can have a look at it, and we can run from there.
Yeah. And I have a list of names at this stage who have expressed an interest, but we can add to it. So we've got Karen, Kathleen, Nick, Yvonne, Alicia, Jason, myself, Sandra, and Neem. So if you're interested,
And what were you thinking figure-wise, Robbie?
for putting in,
Because you were thinking about running the co-op for 3 months, weren't you?
yeah. So it's $110 each. So that we're going to get a spend of $100 per person by the time you get, because the payments go through PayPal, and you lose some of your funds from that. So it's going to be at least $100. So we make the figure 110 per month, which through to Momentum Day is going to be $330 per person, and that's run for 3 months. And if it's running all right, we may continue after the Momentum Day as well.
Anine was just asking you and how and when to pay, because she's heading to Turkey soon.
Yeah. We'll do it through PayPal payments, and as long as we're paid before we start running the ad, so it's probably going to be another week before we get everything sorted, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we'll say I'll let you know next week, but we'll need the money probably by the end of next week for the first month, and then it'll be in a month, say the 1st of October and the 1st of November for the next 2 payments.
Okay, cool. So I'll brainstorm with you for the rest of the week, so we can come up with some ad copy and stuff, and get that to the group, the co-op members.
Exactly.
So I might need to, no matter how bad or good the copy is, I may need to just quickly do a quick test to make sure we can get the ad cleared on Facebook, because I don't want to get everybody with their money set up and get ad copy set up and then have Facebook go, no, ding dong, we're disapproving it, which I don't think we'll have a problem with, because our whole idea is to not send them straight to a landing page from the ad. We're directing them to a page on our website, which is a sales form landing page type of thing, which is what we're all looking at now with the first video and the 6 figamentous copy. So it should should be pretty good, but we'll just need to get some words together that don't breach any Facebook guidelines.
Yeah. So that's why we haven't mentioned any figures in our copy there. We may have to revise it a little bit. So putting learn how to could be a good thing to put in there. What else do we have?
Yeah, we'll need to stick to words like education, learning, tools, support, community. Business system is a good one. Revolutionary, there's another good one. So a lot of the words I can use for the advertising, the written copy I can get from these particular sales letters from the back office. So
yeah. Who's that? Russian roulette. Have we lost sound?
Me, it's Neen.
Oh. Hi, Neen.
Hello.
How are you?
Neen. Hello. I'm not too bad. I'm coughing, so I've muted myself.
Yep.
Hi everyone. That was me joking, saying Russian roulette.
Oh, right.
We were someone was just asking about how the rotation works. Is the rotation per click or is it the rotation per lead?
It's whenever they, so if we look on this page here, if they click on there, oh hang on, that's not set up right, but yeah, if they click on there, it goes through to the lead capture page, which is, or with your web form on it, and each time it goes to there, it will go to a different rotator.
So a different page.
Yeah. So when they fill in
each time it goes to a landing page is when.
So here is the link rotator. So when they fill in their name and email address and put submit, it starts off there, and then the next time someone does that, it goes to the next one.
So per lead.
Yeah.
Per email address.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So it's not when they just click on the ad.
No, it's not when they click on the ad. It's actually when they submit their name and email address, it goes through the rotator.
Yep, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I was just joking, saying Russian roulette, like, you know.
Yeah. I didn't read it properly. I just sort of was scrolling down Russian roulette. Oh, what's that? And I was going back to have a look at it and couldn't find it. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, just goes down the list. And if you have a look down here, you can see people with the Y have got it enabled and no, and the N is disabled. So I can people that, because what I've done is I've just set up a link rotator with everyone that's on downundermarketing.com. But for the co-op, I'll just turn people off that aren't actually in the co-op.
Yep. Whoever's paying, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. So whoever's paying will be in the link rotator.
And how do, like, who do you market exactly? Like, who's the audience?
We'll work that one out. We'll probably target people like that are interested in likes of Robert Kiyosaki and things like that, because I think when Jeffrey was doing it, Robert Kiyosaki got a lot of, he got quite a few leads out of that one. But again, it's a matter of we're going to have to play with that a little bit.
Yeah.
So you set up.
I think we'll try and go for a quality lead, Neen. So rather than hit the easy soft market of home business, which is basically people looking for a click button system, who really probably won't stick around once they sign up anyway, you know, they'll watch the video and then they won't go any further. They won't, you know, they won't join you as a member. What I'd like to do is target people who are going to be serious, so that with all your leads that you're getting, once they get through their 7-day video series, they're like, you know, yes, I like this. This is what I'm looking for, and they sign up under you. I want this to be a platform to be able to help you guys build your teams. So you've got members under you, you've got some money coming in, and you have other people to be able to converse with. And I know for some of you that may be scary, but all you need to remember is if you go with this and you start building a team, you already know 99% more than the person who signs up under you. So I want to go for a good, qualified, targeted, serious person. So we won't be aiming for people who are looking for a press button system. We'll probably be looking for more serious people who are, who are serious about learning about online business and the digital economy and how they can set themselves up. Possibly even some small business people who are struggling online at the moment and can use this system. And people who are looking for online education. So people who are already looking at openuniversities.ed.au, who are looking at the online study courses there, and other universities who have online studies. So we'll target that group of people. So that they're going to be a slightly more, like, the lead is going to cost us a little bit more, but at least it will be a good quality lead.
Yeah, like people that have been in business before and stuff. Franchise owners or looking for franchising and all that thing.
Small, even small business people who are looking to break out their business onto the online world, because the SFM has a lot of tools that can really, really help business people, and like I said, so we'll look for qualified leads. So each lead we get will be a little bit more expensive than some of these gun-ho cowboys who go, I've got my leads down to 20 cents a click, but what is their opt-in rate? Generally, if you get your leads, your clicks down to 20 cents a click, your opt-in rate is virtually, 0.000001. And there's no sense of getting a lot of leads if no one's opting in.
Yeah.
It's a pointless exercise.
Yeah, you want people that can commit.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yes, you want people who can commit, who opt in, who aren't thinking about quitting, who aren't going to pull out during the warranty period, people who are serious, like us, people who are serious and committed.
Yeah.
So that's the type of mindset that we're going after.
Is there capacity to do more than one ad, or is it just work under one ad, like running multiple ads?
Well, with
I'll
Facebook,
set the ad up through the Power Editor so that I can run 3 to 4 ads at a time, and out of those ads I will, we can pick the ones that are performing the best and drop the ones off that aren't performing, or put them on pause and make a couple of little changes and then rerun them and see if the changes. So we'll do it through the Power Editor so we can run more than just one ad. That way we'll have comparisons and we can drop off an ad that's just not performing at all. And we can tweak ads and all that sort of stuff. It's
cool.
if you're gonna put big money into your advertising, you need to run more than just one ad.
Yeah. And there's a sample of the thank you page, which is one of Stuart's videos, and then it's got, you can submit an application at the bottom.
Is it your landing page, is it?
No, that's
the thank you page.
Thank you page.
Oh, looks good.
That's one I've done up on. This one I've done up on my page, but I'll work on copying it and putting it on the Downunder page. There's the landing page there.
So yeah, before we even get the ad running, we want to make sure we've got the sign-in form nice. Yeah. See, our ad will have similar wording in it to what we've got in the landing page. Like video series demonstrates how it's now possible to build your own online business with a revolutionary digital business system. We could probably, use things like revolutionary digital business system in the ad, and newly released.
Yeah, I think revolutionary business system in the ad would probably be quite good, because it's not talking about make money online. It's not talking about earning extra $1,000 or stuff like that. So yeah, it's probably
So I'll go through these things, and I'll put together some ad copy. But like I said, before we actually spend any of our co-op's money on the ad, I'll actually make sure that the ads can get approved. Yeah. And I'll do it I'll just I'll do a short test on them, make sure that the tracking is set up properly, make sure we've got the tracking code installed into the website and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that's cool.
Nick wants to know, can we start paying up into the account as of now, just so we can get it out of our hands? Are you afraid you're going to spend it, Nick?
Yeah, that's not a problem.
One less thing to worry about.
Yeah. Are you worried?
Less thing to worry about, eh?
Yeah.
I might be aware, and I'll just miss the message.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, no, we'll work it. It's trying to go live end of next week, I reckon.
Yeah, we'll look at trying to go live by the end of next week. And we will say this, anyone who's on the co-op, any of you guys who are on the co-op who are also doing, any specialised Facebook ad training with Satori Prime or whomever, and you feel that you can actually help us set up the ad, don't be afraid to jump in and say, well, it's better if you do it this way. Because Robbie and I, we're not going to bite your heads off. And we prefer people to get involved. We much prefer it if people are, getting involved the best way that they feel they can. And I mean, if there are some of you who have Adobe Photoshop and you're good with graphics and you feel that you can put together a good, good image for our ad, don't be afraid to whip one up and send it to us at all. Don't be. I mean, because that's what masterminding is all about. We all use our talents, and we bring them together as a group, and that's how we'll be successful with our Facebook co-op.
Exactly, and it's something that no other SFM group is doing, I don't think. So we're unique in that sense. Yeah, that video there that I've got on screen is the first one in the bootcamp series, or the video training series, because I felt, it's more about being open and what's on it, and letting Stuart and Jay explain it in the first video is probably a good option, because then they can actually see that they're genuine, and it's it's about being open and congruent, and people are more likely to sign up once they've watched that one.
And I just want to answer a question that Karen had here. She said, can you check first if an ad is going to get approved before putting it out? Karen, on Facebook, and there are a few people here who are learning Facebook and getting to know Facebook. When it comes to Facebook, there is a certain amount of research you can do. Like you can set up a checklist, and when you're preparing an ad in the back of Facebook in your ad manager or in your Power Editor, before you click publish on that ad, have a little checklist beside you and just pop into the Facebook guidelines and just run through their guidelines. Just quickly browse, like you don't have to spend all day deciphering every word and every paragraph and every guideline, but just quickly peruse the guidelines for the do nots, can nots, and that sort of stuff, and go through your checklist with your ad and just make sure that your ad hasn't fallen into that category. And once you're pretty 100% sure that your ad is okay and it's gonna, it should be approved, then you can run what's called a test ad with it. And I mean, you can do, you can do another duplicate of that ad and just change one or two things, but write down your changes. If you're going to run a duplicate ad, if you change one sentence or you change one word or you change the color of one button, make sure you write down what you've changed on that second ad and run the two ads and just choose, $1 or $2 a day, and then publish the ad and wait for the approval of Facebook. And you never know, one ad may get disapproved whereas the other ad may get approved. And if you've got, if you've kept a checklist of what you've done with your two test ads, and you've got, and they're both pretty much the same, but you may have changed perhaps one sentence in the second one, and so it's the second one that gets approved, well then you'll know that that's the type of wording you need to stick to. And the first one, well, you can just, brush it off. It's like, oh, okay. Now, Facebook does not charge you if they disapprove an ad, although I have heard some people complain that they have been charged for a disapproved ad, but generally they do not charge you, and you can get your money back if you feel that you have been charged and they've disapproved an ad. You can actually challenge Facebook, and under the global trading laws, they do actually have to refund you the money. The best way to check if you've actually been billed for that ad is on your credit card statements. So the statement of that card that you're using attached to your Facebook account, that's how you best check if you've been billed or not. But once your ad is approved and you've run your little test, whether it be $1 a day or I usually go $5 a day when I'm running a test, and I usually run it for about 3 to 4 days. So I usually take, $20 and I go, it's $20 I'm going to sink into this test ad. And then I keep an eye on the stats in the back of Facebook to see what my click ratio is, what my opt-in ratio is, to see if the ad's performing. If the ad is performing fairly well, then I will increase the money that I'm spending per day. So I might up it to $10 a day. But if you're running an ad on Facebook, you need to be keeping a check on it each and every day, because that's your best indicator of how long you're going to run the ad for, whether the ad has become past its use by date. Because I mean, you'll hear Guy and Alana talk about it. They run a lot of Facebook campaigns, and they'll tell you, they can run an ad, they do a test on it, they pay $10 a day, they run it for about 4 or 5 days. If it looks like a winner, they up the ante on that ad, they extend the time they're going to run their ad, but they keep an eye on that ad. And if they've set aside 3 months for the running of that ad, but 2 months into the running of that ad, the interest has dropped right off, they'll pause the ad and they might change it up a bit or change the target market with it. So there's a certain amount you can do before you run your ad to have it pre-approved, but to check for the co-op to see if the ad gets approved, yes, I will have to spend some money on it and run a test. But that's okay. I only need to spend a couple bucks a day on it just to see, you know, I only need to put a bid of $1 on it and click publish, and that way I'll know if it's going to get published or not. If it doesn't get published, well, if it's not approved, well, then it's back to the drawing board and I'll have to make some changes. But we won't actually spend the advertising money of the co-op until we get the ad approved and it's right to go.
The way these videos, that video there, when I watched the video one of the boot camp, I noticed it was a YouTube video. So I have an app on my on my Google Chrome that I can actually click on and download the video. Then what I do is I upload that video that I've downloaded to my YouTube channel, and I just embed the video into my page. And I've done the same with the thank you page.
So you would download that video, Robbie, and then you would upload it to the Downunder Marketing video channel.
Yeah, well, I've got that particular video on my computer, so all I have to do is upload it to the Downunder Marketing video channel, and then it's on there. The same with the thank you page one. Oh, that's not it. But the video on the thank you page is the same. I've got that on my computer, which I downloaded off YouTube, and I've just cut all the crap around the video, so it's just a blank, a tidy video on my screen, and I just embed it in the page. And I also set it to, when they come on the page, it auto plays.
Now, another thing with that, we can't make those particular videos public, can we?
What do you mean public?
Because they're the video series.
Yeah.
From the back office.
They'll be unlisted. So that on our channel they'll be unlisted videos, but if they click on them in our web page, they'll view them. And they can go through to the YouTube channel, but it will, you know, when you click on to share a video that's unlisted, it actually says think twice about sharing it. Yeah. And it's exactly the same as what SFM have done. They have them, I don't know, they might actually be public on YouTube, I'm not sure.
No, a lot of the SFM videos are unlisted.
Yeah.
Some of them are public, but a lot of them are unlisted.
But yeah, so I just looked at one of the SFM sales pages and basically copied that. In fact, that's that page there. So
you can actually take that YouTube branding off, Robbie, with the your Tube player.
Can you? No, I think you still get the YouTube in the corner. I've got rid of all that you can off the video. Even the SFM ones have that YouTube in the bottom corner. Yeah.
Robbie.
Yeah, you can actually take that YouTube branding off with the Your Tube player.
Robbie, if YouTube, like if you send people to YouTube, everyone will be diverted. Like they will leave the place.
But no, they're not on. They don't go to YouTube. If I click there, it plays. It plays on the screen. So I've actually done an intro to it for my one, but
okay. That's okay.
But
yeah, that YouTube section there, you can actually take that branding off in the Your Tube player.
Like if someone clicks on that YouTube, it will go from that landing page.
oh yeah, Yeah, it'll go through to
but
YouTube.
with the Your Tube player, we can actually take that off. Yeah, well, we can take that off in Your Tube player.
Yeah, sure.
You can take that. I don't know.
Positive.
All right. Yeah, I just never had any joy when I've tried doing editing videos in your tube player. It just comes up funny, so I don't use it.
Mm-hmm.
I just use HTML code.
Okay. Well, if we have a problem with that, I have a plugin on one of my websites that I purchased a little while ago that has video editing abilities, and I'm pretty sure that one takes off all branding, and you can put whatever link you want into the video, or you can have no link, so so that there's nowhere, when they click on the video it just plays and doesn't go anywhere. You know, there's no YouTube on there that they can click on to go to.
Yeah.
So I'll boot that up tonight, and I'll go through it, and I'll just do a little test run with a couple of videos in that and see how it looks and see how it comes up, because we might be able to use that where we take the branding off, so then they just click and play the video and they're still on the actual landing page or on the actual thank you page.
Yeah, I think I might be able to upload it.
Robbie,
Yeah.
Robbie, one question. Like, we are not sending people to the webinar landing page?
No.
Stuart's webinar?
No, this is a page created on our it'll be created on our Downunder marketing page.
Okay.
The reason we're doing it like that is so that it's you're not sending it through a cloaking, as in shortened URL type thing. You're actually creating a web page on a actual website, so that because YouTube Google has issues with affiliate links sometimes.
Okay.
So that's why we're recreating it on. So I just took a SFM sales page and modified it a little bit so that it's getting rid of the make money online thing or putting dollar figures up. So it's more educational. It's more us. It's more congruent with our ads.
Okay.
I mean,
I think what Abby was saying, Robbie, was there is a landing page in the SFM where people can actually sign up to the new webinars that Stuart does.
Yeah.
Have you seen that? And I think he was wondering. I think he was asking, we're not using that new landing page.
Well, we could promote that one, but again, it's something we'll have to work on.
Like
we'll work on it.
Like, we can do like one time this 7 videos, and we can do some 1 month that webinar. Like, how we can split test that.
Yeah, we can split test. Well, Abby, if I'm running, say I choose to run 2 ads at the same time, one ad could send them to this landing page. The other ad could send them to the new landing page. I know the one that you're talking about. It's actually quite a good landing page. I quite like it. And we could see which ad is performing the best, and we could see which one is performing the best as far as leads as well, Robbie.
Yeah.
Have anyone used that? Like, have anyone got good leads with that Stuart webinar?
I do believe that Stuart and the few people that have been using it are actually have actually been doing really well with it, especially with the opt-in rates. I believe the opt-in rates are quite high after the webinar.
Okay, that's good.
That page there, is it?
Yeah, this is the old one. No, this is the old one.
All right.
This is not the one. This is the old one.
But I'll get the link for it after the webinar, Robbie, and I'll send
That
it
one
to
there?
you. But we sort of
this one.
yeah, that's the one.
This one.
Yeah, so we could run 2 ads, Robbie, and set up two pages.
Yeah.
And run them both side by side and see which one is better for opt-ins and leads and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because the whole point of this is to get leads and opt-ins.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah.
Or that one.
Yes, Karen, they are some good-looking geeks.
Yeah, the problem with this video is sometimes it does not play. It's like,
I think it depends on loading, buffering, and computer time and bandwidth. You know, if you have a little bit of a drop in your bandwidth with your internet provider, you know, because maybe the service is being overloaded with the military using it for their spy stuff in the satellite drive, and you get less bandwidth. These buffer videos can have a problem with running as well, so.
Yeah.
But we're pretty much at our hour, Robbie.
Yeah. So yeah, if anyone wants anyone wants to be in on the co-op, just let us know.
Yeah, just send Robbie a message on Facebook or send me a message on Facebook, either one. Any ideas that you have would be great. You know, send us a message with your idea, because this is something we all need to mastermind on. It's that are going to be involved, and it'll really pull together in a really great way.
Yeah. And I just one more thing about being in the co-op. I also expect 1 blog a week on the Downunder marketing page, and a bit of interaction on the blogs that are on there.
So from each of us, what Robbie wants is 1 blog on our Downunder marketing. Now, he's not saying you have to write an original blog here, people. All he's saying is get a blog on there in your name, and preferably go through and comment on some other members' blogs. So if you just want to copy and paste one of your own blogs and put it there, that's fine. It doesn't have to be extensive. I mean, it can. If you're running a video blog, that's fine as well. You know, bring your, copy and paste your video blog onto the Downunder marketing page, just 1 a week. Because if there's 10 of us in the co-op, and we all put 1 blog a week on the Downunder marketing page, which is where we're driving the traffic to for the thank you pages and stuff, it will make a huge difference. You would be surprised at how big a difference it would make. And if you put a link in your blog that goes back to your own personal site as well, that will make a huge difference to you and your personal site also.
Yep.
Everyone wants to know, are you going to put a limit as to how many blogs per person, or can we put as many as you want?
You can put as many as you like. I don't have an issue. The more blogs, the better. It means there's more content going out there from our site, so therefore it's more favourable in Google's eyes.
Alrighty.
Yep. So let's call it a night and enjoy the rest of your week.
okay. Good night.
Okay.